prom queen.
Yep.
And I went with Chris Grandy.
Yep.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most incredible young to old castings.
I thought I'd pop by.
Yeah, it's a nice surprise after 20 years.
For this list, we're looking at the most realistic choices made in film and television. We're casting roles at various ages. If we missed any of your favorite multi-actor characters, let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Cassie Howard, Euphoria. Throughout the first season of Euphoria, we spend a good amount of time learning about each character in their childhood. As a result, we get to see a few old and young casting choices, but none are so good as Cassie Howard. At her present-day age, Cassie is played by Sydney Sweeney, but in one flashback-heavy episode, we briefly see a young Cassie, complete with an actress who looks exactly like Sweeney herself.
She was a natural. But her dad couldn't afford lessons, so...
It's already enough that the young performer is basically a carbon copy of the actress, but it must have been tough to find someone with the exact same look of apathy in her pouty eyes. That was well done.
He really loved her. He really loved them all.
Number 9. Bill Anderson, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. In the first Mamma Mia film, Stellan Skarsgård is the perfect choice for Bill. And in the second movie, they found his perfect young counterpart in Josh Dillon.
Hi there.
Bill?
The British actor doesn't necessarily look like the elder Skarsgård, but looks aren't everything. Sometimes, nailing the vibe is enough.
Young, tall, dashingly handsome.
It's probably passable looking, but he has a boat.
Skarsgård has a playful charm to him that exudes confidence. Even in his somewhat advanced age, the twinkle in his eye lets you know that he's still got it. Dillon is not only handsome, but he's also got that familiar twinkle. When he meets Lily James's character, his eyes dance, and he might as well be another one of Skarsgård's actor sons.
It's lucky this trip is not long enough for my fragile heart to shatter completely when you leave my boat.
Ah, I get it. You're one of them.
Number 8. Eddie Kaspbrak, It and It Chapter 2. When the first movie in the It franchise saw such success, casting directors had the immense task of finding adult actors to match the kids. They did a great job with mostly everyone. You can't go wrong with the likes of Bill Hader or Jessica Chastain, but nothing beats Eddie's casting.
Yeah, I gotta say, statistically speaking, you look at survival scenarios, we're gonna do much better as a group.
In the first movie, Jack Dylan Grazer gives a nervy and hysterical performance.
Aren't you guys coming in? It's gray water.
In the second film, actor James Ranson captures the younger performer's energy perfectly. His dark brows are able to convey the same energy as Grazer, and he embodies his physicality to a T.
It's my job to assess risk, so please trust me when I tell you that statistically speaking, I am much more likely to get into an accident because I am talking to you on the phone.
Number 7. Kate Pearson, This Is Us. Casting a role at 2 different ages is hard enough, but the casting directors for This Is Us had to find the perfect actors to portray the Pearson kids at not 2, not 3, but 4 different ages.
Jeez. Hey man, G.I. Joe, you ready for lights out?
No, I'm not tired. I'm not going to sleep.
They did a great job with Randall and Kevin, but they hit the jackpot with Kate. We're introduced to Chrissy Metz as the present-day version of the character, with different actresses playing her as a child, a preteen, and a teenager.
What do you think I was going to be? You.
The similarities in the 4 stars' face shapes is astounding, and the performances are eerily similar, particularly with Hannah Zeel, who plays teenaged Kate. You can tell she must have studied Metz in the role and really worked to nail down her mannerisms.
You're young, and you're figuring it out. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do need you to know that you have so much to offer.
Number 6. Lucy Wyman, 13 Going on 30. We don't spend a ton of time with the 13 Going on 30 characters in their younger years, but it's definitely enough to make an impression.
Hi, Tom Tom. Hey, Jenna. Hi, Beaver. How's everything at the dam?
Krista B. Allen, who brings the young Jenna Rink to life, has grown up to look uncannily similar to Jennifer Garner. But today, we're giving it up to this little Judy Greer lookalike.
Tom Tom, yours are great.
You're the best.
God, you're so photogenic.
In the film, Greer is Jenna's frenemy Lucy. The character was terrible to our protagonist all throughout school. And Alexandra Kyle, the actress playing the younger version of Lucy, has the same hawkish, mean girl energy that Greer infuses into her portrayal. When they make certain faces, it's literally almost like looking in a mirror.
Fabuloso.
Number 5. Snow White, Once Upon a Time. Jennifer Goodwin is a beloved actress, and one with a very specific look. She almost looks like a pixie, with her small frame and big round features.
What does he think you are?
Silly.
I just got 5 minutes of silly. Lay it on me.
Snow White.
Casting directors must have looked far and wide for an actress with the same fairy tale vibes to play the younger version of the fairest of them all on Once Upon a Time. Luckily, they found Bailey Madison.
I'm Snow White.
Yes, you certainly are.
Much like Goodwin, Madison seems like she was plucked from the pages of a storybook. Not only do the actresses look alike, but they both have the chops necessary to play an iconic character like Snow White. Sometimes it feels like they're not just acting, they're living it.
Lower your weapons. Or do I need to disarm all of you?
Number 4. Cece Parikh, New Girl. On New Girl, Cece and Jess are the very best of friends and have known each other for basically their entire lives. As such, we're privy to flashbacks showing them growing up together.
I'm Cece. Jess.
The younger actresses picked to embody Zooey Deschanel's Jess really capture her zany energy. And as far as young Cece goes, let's just say they nailed it with not one, but 2 actresses. Ariella Barrere, for one, really could have realistically grown up to turn into Hannah Simone.
Take your glasses off.
Okay.
Jayden Jerome also seamlessly takes on the role as if she was born for it. Both of them exude the confidence that Simone brings to the character. Like, of course this girl becomes a model.
I want strippers and mechanical bowl and balloons in the shape of ding-dongs. And I want to wear the kind of underwear that goes between your cheeks.
Number 3. Rhaenyra Targaryen and Alicent Hightower, House of the Dragon. While we didn't get to spend too much time with Millie Alcock and Emily Carey in House of the Dragon, there's no denying that the 2 young actors made their marks. Watching them perform the roles of Rhaenyra and Alicent, you find yourself wishing for time to slow down.
You aren't worried about your position? I like this position. It's quite comfortable.
When episode 6 finally hit, catapulting the show 10 years into the future, it almost felt like nothing had changed. Emma Darcy and Olivia Cooke look and act so much like their younger counterparts, it's as if some magical Westerosi force simply aged up the younger stars instead of switching them out.
Exhausting, wasn't it? Hiding beneath the cloak of your own righteousness. But now they see you as you are.
With casting so at the forefront of this show, they really had to bring the results. Well, there were no problems there.
Let me see the children home. I'll, return on Dragonback. The king and I would both like that.
Number 2. Shauna Shipman, Yellowjackets. Yellowjackets offers some of the best old to young casting we've seen from a show in years. And it's probably because they focused on more than just looks.
Here's what we're gonna do. I want each of you to go down this line and say one nice, true thing about every other girl on this team.
In an interview with Deadline, the casting director for the show said they chose their actors based on how well they fit the role as written, not how much they resembled the adult cast members. In the case of Shauna, they lucked out on both fronts.
You know that, right?
Yeah. I know.
Sophie Nélisse, the actress who plays the character in her younger years, looks so much like her counterpart Melanie Lynskey, it's almost eerie. The performance is pitch perfect too. It's like the women worked together to bring one singular identity to the role.
You tell me what to wear, what to do, who to hook up with? I don't even like soccer!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Elena Richardson, Little Fires Everywhere. Anna Sophia Robb giving off some Reese Witherspoon vibes.
Lexi's already eaten. She'll give you no trouble. And Trip's kind of a grazer. Emergency contacts. While my mother is at the top of the list, you definitely do not want to call her after 3:30 p.m.
Shirley Crane Harris, The Haunting of Hill House. Elizabeth Reeser might as well be Lulu Wilson's mother.
See? Nothing scary at all. You're lucky those wasps are long gone. You might have something to really scream about.
Camille Preaker, Sharp Objects. We never noticed how much Sophia Lillis looks like Amy Adams.
Why don't we take a little tour around the grounds and get reacquainted?
I bet your wife would just love that, huh?
Gamora, Avengers Infinity War. The green skin helps, but even without it, the resemblance is wild.
What's your name?
Gamora.
You're quite the fighter, Gamora.
Tahani Al-Jamil, The Good Place. This young actress captures Jamila Jamil's vibe perfectly.
Mummy, I made you this. It's the pretty bird we saw in the garden.
Thank you, Tahani. It's very competent.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Sabrina Spellman, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. McKenna Grace is a young actress who has hit the Hollywood scene with a splash, particularly in the horror world.
If you're feeling overwhelmed and you think nobody will understand, you can talk to me about anything.
She starred in The Haunting of Hill House as a young version of Kate Siegel's character Theo. But her best work in that type of role has to be as a young Kiernan Shipka in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina, Susie, it's your turn, my loves.
Now, we have to give it up to the makeup and hair department here as well, because the character's styling at both stages of life is perfectly matched. But Grace is already a strong enough actress that she's also able to capture the spooky, slightly off-kilter vibe that Shipka brings to the role. It is a chilling pairing of performances.
And Satan bless us. Everyone.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.